When I tell you I've got some really weird bits to show you, call the doctor, because I don't think either one of us is qualified to deal with what's about to shoot violently into our eyeballs. And if that ain't the true spirit of Christmas, then I've been doing it wrong this entire time. For those that aren't already feeling a little bit queasy, settle in, because I've got your gift right here in the form of the weirdest collection of combat content from the depths of the internet across the last few months, basically since we last did one of these videos, and it just keeps giving. How could we even consider leveling up to 2023 without first feasting our eyeballs on fight footage you may well have missed? I love making these videos for a whole host of reasons, and I'm gonna tell you about them. One, they're a lot less taxing on the old brain box than my usual fare. And at this time of year, my brain, body, and spirit are all filled to capacity with spirits and sugar. And I can't be breaking down fights or making down sense. Case closed, Your Honour. Is that what they say? The defence rests. 2, I hunt this weird stuff down regardless. It's like crack to a magpie. You know how magpies are super into crack. Like, I crave it. I want to see more weird. Give it to me. Direct to the ball, as they say in the gangs. I'm hooked on it. And 3, since I started posting these weird internet videos and sharing shit like this on my Insta stories, you lot send me this nonsense, and it fills my small heart with joy to know that you saw something truly disturbing and your first thought was me. That's my brand doing its own work right there. It warms my cockles like nobody's business, and my cockles are nobody's business or interest. Shall we get weird? Duh. Now, the last video I did of this ilk, it's a real phrase, look it up, or at least it is one that my mother says a lot. I was obviously full of the joys of spring or whatever, and not only did I leave the most gruesome footage till last, I gave you fair warning for you to seek the emergency exits post-haste. Not this time, you're getting soft in the frickin' holidays, love. What you need is some externally imposed character, and here it is. Now, I never claimed to be a grappling expert, but I believe this lazy little toaster thought to himself, why waste all that energy manoeuvring into a proper triangle when I can just kind of loop my little leg? And that was a direct live stream into his internal monologue. And one of my favourite flavours of the combat cookie is the offshoot. You know, when some bright spark has looked at MMA and thought, this sport is good and all, but what if it took place in a fish tank full of syphilis? Copyright Lolly 2022 on the syphilis fish. The syphifish, the syphishless. any of those names. Basically, they've taken the idea of fighting and made it weird. Here's my new favourite, MMA basketball.
I hit recorded, drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for.
I like both of these sports, so you can bet your bottom dollar that I am wasting my waking hours watching this shit. I mean, don't look at this thing. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. Unfortunately, for those of us who love a slicing elbow to the nose bridge, when they say MMA, and they don't actually, it's called Batyr ball, and only Twitter dares refer to it as mixed. But when they, Twitter, say MMA, they mean grappling exclusively. You can punch the ball, but the ball's cauliflower ear isn't going to explode, and where's the fun in that? There's also no dribbling of any description. And some, with the know-how, have noted similarities between Batyr ball and Dagestani basketball, although Batyr ball is very, very fast and a paz. Much more entertaining, not my words. No one really knows how long a round goes on for, but they look super sleepy sweaty afterwards, so I think a while. Now, this is brand new to my eyeballs, so they might be playing it right. We can give them the benefit of the doubt. But if they are, right means not really getting a lot of balls through the hoop. But what we're all here for is the dramatic dunks that shower everyone in shards of glass.
When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face, looking like I'm from the deep. These no Cartiers, pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise.
So everything else can be forgiven. They can be tap dancing on the moon in between for all I would notice. Oh, and like everything I love, it's Russian. Now I know I said that was my favourite, but I'm fickle and I'm distracted by shiny things. Remember, crack magpie. So actually,
I press the button and the doors go up like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip, neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib, neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick, neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the dip. Okay, thought I'd never make it like no way. I'm the real deal, no role play.
me and my friends sometimes brainstorm our own ideas for how we would tinker with the format of fighting. And my friend who sent me this clip, shout out to Sleepy Mick from the UFC 282 video, had actually come up with a similar idea a while back. His is better though, for sure. Hear me out. 2 people, separate sleeping bags, zipped right up and over, completely encased like a chrysalis. But unlike a chrysalis, they're not allowed to emerge out of said sleeping bag. They have to just throw wildly and hope that they're getting somewhere near their opponent. Talking of the evolution of the fight format that nobody asked for, I've shown you Kajitsu before, but that's old hat now to these people that are wearing hats every day. Bigger and bigger. I don't know where that analogy was going. Look at this.
My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, yo, no say. Okay, this the news, tell them read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spend the dough for no reason.
Even the evolution is evolving and these fuckers are becoming resourceful. With the sport forming before our very eyes, we are gonna see more and more creative stuff like this. It's all fair game until it's banned due to a horrific injury. So break faces through windows while you still can, lads. get the cigarette lighter out and brand a bitch, stick their dicks through the steering wheel and crank it. Have fun before that red tape comes out, babe. So imagine we were, cranking steering wheels, car jiu-jitsu in it, decided to take this show on the road, gone for a bit of a drive, but we've now arrived at our destination. I'm taking you on a journey today. It's going to be frantic, but it'll be something. We've arrived, faces, dicks still intact. Who's tact? Let's take in a show, eh?
The big bags overseas, then we gon' go. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa.
That was slick. You don't want to get on that guy's bad side, because imagine what he could do if he actually wanted to hurt you. Now, sitting in that crowd, you might think that it's the singer that should be escorted from the building for his terrible behaviour. But actually, as we are making our way to the bar to wash down the violence with a nice port, we see this. If my parents had issued a few more of those, I might not be in this pickle right now. This pickle being my entire existence. Now, the next logical step after a successful night out is obviously a trip to Mackey's. It's actually a criminal offence if you skip it. Head directly to jail, do not collect chips. Which explains why it's always so busy in there. And while you wait, you usually get some entertainment in the form of patrons going at each other, fueled by alcohol and testosterone. But I can't say I've ever seen employees get heated around the hot plates before.
I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa, upgrade her diamonds now, her girlfriends are like, whoa.
You're wasted in hospitality, you absolute freaking killers. I love that there's one gal clapping in the background, no one steps in. The video goes on for 2 minutes, and they're just sliding around in grease. Could have bobbed it on OnlyFans and made a mint. Moving on. I hate football, but then someone sent me this and I tasked myself, do I like football?
Bro, do you, I'm doing me, bro, making noise, use a...
Sign me up to the next World Cup. I think that's how it works. And while we're kicking people in the face, I have a quick fire round of kick face. Face kicks. Head kicks, you might call them. We're still working out the name.
And the doors go off like, whoa, that money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa, upgrade her diamonds now, her girlfriends are like, whoa.
You know when someone threatens to knock you into next week and you're like, can you come up with something more original, please? In this case, I think we can let that slide. He turns into a frickin' Mr. Whippy coming fresh out the machine. Spin me right round, baby, right round. Seeing as we started these shenanigans with a shock to the system in the form of a snap to the leg, I thought we'd end this beautiful cacophony of combat creations with a chamomile tea for the soul. Try not to fall instantly to sleep watching this sorry snooze fest.
Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip, neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib, neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick, neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the dip. Okay, thought I'd never make it like no way, I'm the real deal, no role play, my days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose.
I don't know how to feel about this. Like, Jake Paul opened up the floor for influencers to fight and have people actually look at them and pay attention. Fair. But these two, well, I can't figure out why anyone's watching, including me. And now I'm making you watch it as well. Maybe this is how it starts. It's a frickin' pandemic. It's like a UFC card from Wish. But we'll all sleep tonight. Psych. You think it was over there? You think it was over? Did you think it was over? You should know better. Of course I'm not gonna end it on that. The most anticlimactic video of all time. We all crave disturbances to our sleep patterns. And I have just the hit for you, literally.
E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, on no say. Okay, this the new tell them read it. Been the one since a fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go, go, go. Whoa, I pressed the button and the doors.
I know you all feel attacked right now, but it's what the baby Jesus would have wanted. Should we watch it a couple more times?
Whoa, I pressed the button and the
Typical guy, always looking for the fast finish. But in this situation, it's actually impressive.
Whoa, I pressed the button and the
Would you like to hear my Christmas wish? I wish that we'll all be together again in 2023, and to make that happen, you can help by hitting that subscribe button. Cheesiest thing I've ever done. I feel sick, I'm a vegan. But then you'll get notified when the next gathering is. You'll get the, dress code and drinks coupons in advance. And if you're really in the spirit, or on the spirits, I'm not fussy, or judging, give the video a like, comment something. And follow me on Instagram where you can send me all the clips that will make it into the next video and do my job for me. The link is always, usually, in the comments. And we'll be rounding out the year, most of us a little rounder, next week by talking about our hopes and dreams for 2023 in terms of violence. Merry Christmas! Happy Chrysler.